General Hospital twist. Shocking infidelity leaves Port Charles in total chaos. Port Charles had weathered mob wars, deadly secrets, shocking resurrections, and family betrayals that shattered generations. But nothing, absolutely nothing, could prepare the town for the scandal that was about to explode and leave lives in ruins. Because this time, the betrayal wasn't about power, it was about love. And when the truth emerged, no relationship in Port Charles would ever be the same. For weeks, tension had been growing between Michael Corinthos and Willow Tate Corinthos. Although the couple had publicly presented a united front, those closest to them knew something was terribly wrong. Michael had become distant. Willow seemed distracted. Conversations ended in arguments, and the warmth that once defined their marriage had all but disappeared. Carly Spencer noticed it first. "You two don't even look at each other anymore," Carly bluntly warned her son during a family dinner at the Metro Court. Michael brushed off his mother's concerns. "We're fine." But Carly wasn't convinced, and she wasn't the only one. Even little Wiley had begun asking difficult questions. "Why doesn't Mommy smile anymore?" The heartbreaking question lingered in Michael's mind long after the evening ended. Deep down, he feared he already knew the answer. Willow was hiding something devastating. A dangerous connection. Meanwhile, across town, Drew Kane had been struggling with his own loneliness. Ever since the latest round of family conflicts and public scandals, Drew had found himself increasingly isolated. He and Willow had formed an unexpected friendship. At first, it seemed harmless. Late-night conversations, text messages, shared frustrations, emotional support. But emotional intimacy soon transformed into something far more dangerous. One rainy evening, Willow arrived at Drew's house in tears after another explosive fight with Michael. Drew listened. He comforted her. He told her she deserved happiness. And then, in a moment neither could stop, they kissed. The kiss should have been a mistake, a one-time lapse in judgment. Instead, it became the beginning of a secret affair. Unfortunately for Willow and Drew, Port Charles has never been a town where secrets stay buried, especially when Tracy Quartermain becomes suspicious. Tracy noticed Willow leaving Drew's house early one morning. At first, she assumed it was innocent, but then she saw it again and again. Soon, Tracy began quietly investigating. Using her considerable resources, she uncovered hotel receipts, secret text messages, and financial records that painted a shocking picture. Willow and Drew weren't simply friends. They were lovers. Outraged, Tracy immediately confronted Drew. "Have you completely lost your mind?" Tracy demanded. Drew attempted to explain. "It's complicated." "No," Tracy snapped. "It's selfish." But Tracy wasn't interested in protecting Drew. She was interested in protecting the Quartermain family. And she knew exactly who needed to hear the truth. Michael. Michael was stunned when Tracy requested a private meeting at the Quartermain mansion. He arrived expecting business. Instead, Tracy handed him a thick envelope. Inside were photographs, hotel invoices, phone records, text transcripts. Michael's hands trembled. "No," he whispered. But the evidence was undeniable. His wife had betrayed him, with Drew, the man Michael considered family. For several agonizing minutes, Michael sat in silence. Then came the anger, pure, explosive anger. Without another word, Michael stormed out. He had one destination, the Metro Court, because that's where Willow and Drew had unknowingly arranged to meet. The Metro Court restaurant was bustling with patrons. Olivia Quartermain chatted with guests. Nina Reeves enjoyed coffee. Curtis Ashford discussed business with Jordan. Everything seemed normal, until Michael arrived. Witnesses later described him as looking absolutely furious. He walked directly toward Willow and Drew. The entire room fell silent. "How long?" Michael asked coldly. Willow immediately paled. "Michael, how long?" he repeated. Drew stood. "We should discuss this privately." Michael laughed bitterly. "Oh, now you want privacy?" He threw the photographs across the table, pictures scattered everywhere. Gasps erupted throughout the restaurant. Nina stood in horror. Carly froze. Olivia covered her mouth. Willow burst into tears. But Michael wasn't finished. "You betrayed me," he shouted, "both of you." The confrontation quickly escalated. Accusations flew. Old resentments resurfaced. Years of family tension exploded in spectacular fashion. And before anyone could intervene, Michael punched Drew. Chaos erupted. News of the affair spread across Port Charles within hours. Social media exploded. Gossip spread through General Hospital corridors. The Quartermain mansion became ground zero for nonstop arguments. Carly immediately blamed Nina. "This is your daughter's influence all over again," Carly accused. Nina fired back. "Don't you dare blame Willow for problems your son created." The bitter rivals nearly came to blows. Only Sonny Corinthos managed to separate them. Even Sonny struggled to remain neutral. He sympathized with Michael, yet he understood that relationships are complicated. Still, Sonny privately warned Drew, "You hurt my son. Don't expect forgiveness." Drew realized he had made enemies he never intended to create. Powerful enemies. The affair fractured the Quartermain family. Tracy demanded Drew leave the mansion immediately. Ned supported her. Olivia remained heartbroken. Brooklyn openly condemned Drew's actions. However, some family members urged compassion. Sam McCall believed Drew deserved an opportunity to explain himself. Scout, unaware of the full situation, simply wanted her father back. The emotional fallout proved devastating. Family dinners ended in shouting matches. Long-standing alliances collapsed. No one escaped the damage. Willow quickly discovered that the consequences extended beyond her marriage. Her relationship with Wiley and Amelia became uncertain as custody discussions began. Michael insisted on legal action. Diane Miller warned both parties that a brutal custody battle seemed inevitable. Meanwhile, Willow found herself increasingly isolated. Friends stopped returning calls. Co-workers whispered behind her back. Even those who sympathized struggled to defend her choices. Consumed by guilt, Willow finally confided in Elizabeth Baldwin. "I never wanted to hurt anyone," Willow sobbed. Elizabeth offered support but spoke honestly. "Intentions don't erase consequences." Those words haunted Willow. Because she knew Elizabeth was right. Just when everyone believed the scandal couldn't become more shocking, another secret surfaced. Sasha Gilmore approached Michael with alarming information. Weeks earlier, she had witnessed Drew meeting secretly with a mysterious woman outside Port Charles. At first, Sasha ignored it. But after learning about the affair, she reconsidered. Could Drew have been involved with someone else too? Determined to uncover the truth, Michael hired Damian Spinelli. Spinelli's investigation uncovered a stunning revelation. Drew had indeed been meeting another woman. But she wasn't a romantic partner. She was an investigative journalist. And Drew had been preparing to expose corruption involving several influential Port Charles figures, including members of the Quartermain family. The revelation transformed the scandal. Suddenly, Drew's affair wasn't the town's only explosive story. A much larger storm was brewing. When Tracy learned Drew had secretly investigated the Quartermains, she was livid. "You betrayed this family in every possible way," she declared. Drew insisted his intentions had been honorable. No one believed him. Meanwhile, Willow questioned whether she had truly known Drew at all. Had their relationship been real, or had she simply become another casualty of Drew's secrets? The uncertainty shattered her. For the first time, Willow wondered if she had destroyed her marriage for nothing. Recognizing the escalating tensions, Sonny summoned Drew for a private meeting. The conversation was brief and chilling. "You broke Michael's trust," Sonny said quietly. "You embarrassed my family publicly." Drew nodded. "I know." Sonny's expression hardened. "Stay away from Willow until things settle down." "Or what?" Sonny leaned forward. "You don't want to find out." Although Sonny made no explicit threat, Drew understood perfectly. Port Charles had become dangerous territory. Unable to endure the hostility, Willow made a heartbreaking decision. She packed her belongings and temporarily left Port Charles. Leaving behind a letter for Michael, she wrote, "I will always love our family, but I need time to understand how everything went so wrong." Her sudden disappearance stunned everyone, especially Michael. Despite his anger, he never expected Willow to leave. For the first time since learning of the affair, Michael questioned whether revenge had gone too far. But by then, it was too late. Willow was gone, and no one knew when or if she would return. In the aftermath of the shocking infidelity, Port Charles remained deeply divided. Some blamed Willow, others condemned Drew. Many believed Michael's rage was justified, yet nearly everyone agreed on one thing: nothing would ever be the same. Marriages had crumbled, families had fractured, friendships had ended, and the ripple effects of one forbidden affair threatened to reshape Port Charles forever. As the residents struggled to pick up the pieces, new questions emerged. Could Michael and Willow ever reconcile? Would Drew survive the wrath of both the Quartermains and the Corinthos family? And what other secrets remained hidden beneath the surface? In Port Charles, betrayal is rarely the end of the story. More often, it's only the beginning. Stay tuned, because the next chapter promises even more shocking twists, devastating revelations, and explosive confrontations that fans will never see coming. Thank you for watching. Write what you think about it. Subscribe to the channel.